Happy Sunday, everybody. My name is Scott Mendoza. So glad to have you with us on an adventure today. We're going on a straight old adventure today. It might be called a raw rant today, but it's going to be awesome because we're joined with guest characters that just going to join in the journey. First, my wife of 24 years over here supporting the Vikings.
You know,
Well
it's
done.
August.
Well done, baby. Bring it.
Happy Vikings.
Happy Viking seasons to those that are Viking fans and everybody else that's walking back football. You're welcome.
Woo-hoo.
Excited for that season. And we didn't know we were going to get this opportunity. And so we're excited to introduce our guest today because it took a lot to get her to this spot. But we're here. Overdue Lily, everybody. Overdue Lily.
Just by a day so far.
Okay, here's the great thing about this whole journey, Lil, is that we've documented every stage. Every name I've given this little flower girl.
Yep.
We've documented that. We've documented every stage of this journey. Now we're documenting your day overdue.
Yeah.
So everyone that
He's
said
going to be an August baby.
+1, you still got a short amount of time. There's hours left in the day. And so trending towards what Holly and I were saying last week. You said 6, I said 7. Let's go 7, baby. What would that date be? August what?
August
Next Thursday
8th?
it would be.
7th?
7th. That's a good number, 7.
I think 7.
You like 7, so
7. Jordan loves 7.
yeah, like his whole email is
His every
777.
number of perfection.
Yeah,
but
so-
I wonder if it's his favorite number. I'll have to ask him. Probably.
Let's see.
That would
let's
be
see if
cool.
This girl's a girl after his own heart.
Wait,
Let's see.
hold on.
What?
Oh, wait. August is the 8th month? I was going to say, would that be
7,
7, 25, and 2 and 5 equals 7? But that would have needed to be July.
8.
Yeah,
7.
we're trying too hard, everybody. Hey, if you're a first-time
okay.
guest, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We talk about things that make your life better and make you better at life. We talk about Jesus. What's it like to follow Jesus through every season of life? Overdue, in season, out of season of things in life, the good, the bad, and in between. So last week, we've heard nothing but good things about last week's topic, which it was all about obedience. So it's not a fun one exactly I want to know and learn how I'm disobedient, but it's such a good one.
I was going to say, it can be fun because when you get to a place of obedience in your relationship with the Lord, like you just start, your perspective is so different. So,
Healthier.
Yeah, for
Obedience
sure.
is
For sure.
Okay, it's not part 2, but obedience, there's so much health in that. Obedience in doing what's good for you with food, right? If you just go and drink oil, not so good.
Gross.
Sounds awful.
For those who are wondering, what am I kicking it old school for with this blender bottle? The other bottles, the batteries are just not lasting very long anymore.
Even if you charge
them.
Yeah.
It's one blend.
I have
don't know.
mine.
Lily's
and-
supporting the cause.
I mean,
every
isn't
time
that
I
anything
put
with
something,
battery?
yeah, I mean, every time I put something in it, it doesn't go, and then I have to plug it in. That's why I left it at home earlier, and because it was left plugged in.
I think the product
But
could
whatever,
do with
it's
an
fine.
upgrade of a meter how the battery is, because it always goes out when I didn't know it was going to go out. But here's the deal.
Yeah, we should have battery life. We don't have that.
In our home, the truth to be told, it's probably been dunked in water one too many times from our children doing the dishes. And I know that's old school thoughts too. What, your kids, you make them do manual labor? Yeah, we do. They're going to have
Dishes.
Yeah, dishes.
Not that bad.
Clean toilets. They
not
dig.
that
But some children would say that's punishment. Oh, that's just.
It's that too.
good
I
to
mean,
learn.
like
At times.
when you're just arguing,
But
with
it
a
is,
sibling,
you live
then
in the
great,
home,
you
you're
can go
going
clean.
to-
Yeah.
You're gonna. Okay, here's the conversation today. One, I hate when flies get in the studio. Dwayne had that, and now we got one. We left the doors open the other day. We need to really get screens around here, don't we? Will?
Yeah,
Lily's
screens.
following the fly.
Yeah,
Just
I was watching.
it. That's what happens. And people at home, it's going to land on my nose midway, and boom. Okay, here's today's topic. It doesn't even have a crafty. We're going to sit here, and why we're calling a raw rant is we're going to do this collectively together. I'm going to start with a question. We are going to have to Google this and search it, and you can help in the conversation in the live chat on Sunday mornings. And if you're watching throughout the week, find the chat and be able to follow along, because we're going to collectively, those in studio and those that are at home on Sunday, begin to construct a Jesus-centered owner's manual on handling uncertainty.
Okay.
So that's where we're at. We're dealing with the topic of uncertainty. Lily, uncertainty. Let's hear a good definition, and then you'll Google it.
Okay.
Okay, take it.
It's so hard. This is a hard one not to use the word. in it, but not knowing an outcome.
Okay.
Not knowing the outcome of something.
Okay, how?
I'd say circumstance you're unsure of.
Okay. We say that
We're not
again.
gonna
What?
like
Something
this.
you're unsure of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing my own little. Like I said,
Or are you looking it up?
I'm not looking it up. I'm just looking through. I'm trying to, like we said, we're going to do this raw rant today of uncertainty. And here's why. I had notes. We even talked about it in the office yesterday about what we're going to talk about. And today I just flushed it. Just with our life experiences today. And we're going to go through those things. We are at the cusp of uncertainty. Not in job, not in health, just in a small facet of our personal lives. Holly and I, when I do this, she sits to my right. Our uncertainty of what we thought we might be doing as a family, and we're now going, okay, is this God saying, wait, slow down, or is it the enemy's opposition? And I think that's a healthy spot to start. Anytime you start to sense something isn't as easy as you thought, what is happening? Where does this fall? Because it introduces uncertainty. I'm not sure of the outcome. I'm not sure of the direction. So uncertainty. And those events can be catastrophic events that are life altering, or it can be simple things that are just, we made this decision to vacation here and now things are going against us. Doesn't feel as easy. Maybe, is it the right time? Should we stay vacation instead of go on vacation? Right? What do you do when an uncertainty comes knocking? Lily, you said we're not going to like the definition. Can you throw it for us?
Yeah, we can put it on the screen
let's hear
too.
it.
The state of being uncertain.
That's, who wrote that? Like, where's that from? That is not the Webster
just
Dictionary.
is what comes up.
Can we go to the good Webster Dictionary and
Sure.
find that? Because it's something. That's just
Doubt.
Doubt. Okay, doubt. It moved us. We
None
saw
of
that.
us use the word doubt.
No, but that's
None of us use doubt.
What is chordal? And I'm interested.
what did you say?
It's just an ad.
For
Can you solve 4 words at
something
once?
like Wordle.
Uncertainty may range from a falling short of certainty to an almost complete lack of conviction or knowledge, especially about an outcome or result.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the question is, what do we do when we're faced with uncertainty, doubt? And we're talking specifically on being led by God, which God does that through the Holy Spirit, taps us on the shoulder. We talk about, gives butterflies. This is what we should do. And that's not in just 24 hours. That can be months leading up to 7 days, all of these, right? Like the timetable is always very different. But what happens when you've made some decisions, then all of a sudden doubt creeps in, uncertainty comes in because circumstances have changed the dynamics. So what is it that you do when you're facing uncertainty? Lily, what do you do?
Take control.
Take control. I like the honesty.
I feel
right there.
I feel very relatable to this topic right now.
Do you feel like you're kind of in a season of like
uncertainty,
uncertain doubt? Like what
a
are
week.
you doubting?
It feels like a week to 2 weeks of uncertainty right now.
Because you don't know when she's coming,
Right.
and then you don't know what kind of mom you're going to be.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of dad Jordan's going
Wait,
to be.
I didn't think about that.
No.
Now I'm really...
Well,
I'm
think
asking.
when I hear that, I think of like a really long term, but like initially,
You're thinking short term.
I'm thinking short term right now.
Well, and you're thinking
I
kind
am
of like
I
inside
am
the
one
bubble
day
of
ahead
time,
of the next.
like time frame.
Time frame.
Not so much.
uncertainty.
Yeah.
Not so much what what it'll be like, or that'll come. I guess it's just
Okay.
It's just hours I'm living in right now.
What do you at home? Put in the chat if you're with us on Sunday mornings. As we go live at 8 a.m. Central Time. If you want to join in that, it'd be great for you to be able to. I mean, we have so many regulars that attend here on Sundays that you can get to know their names and their journeys and be able to really help.
It's a good community.
It really is. It's a strong community, and I applaud this community.
Love
so
you guys.
thank you.
You're all awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for being there when we're live and when we're pre-recording. And thank you for helping build a teaching today. Mm-hmm. So,
You can't have a raw rant without a live chat.
correct. Yeah, that's true. Not in this day.
Get in there.
Right.
That's fun.
Okay, so Holly, when you face uncertainty, now the great thing about all of this is the three of us talk about how we do this. We all have front row seats to our lives.
to each other's uncertainty.
Yeah. We've seen what do we do, but what do you do?
I tend to, probably get into a little bit of a deep thought. Like you kind of get quiet and kind of.
I mean, that was like your whole last year.
Yeah,
with your dad.
It's been there. She goes in and out still.
I kind of maybe space out a little bit. Then I start selling things, and then
or like you start doing random tasks that
it's very easy, or I don't. It doesn't necessarily is a good way of processing, but if I'm doing tasks, then I'm
unplug a bit.
I'm doing something that I might feel is productive. You know, because what the uncertainty to me feels unproductive.
It does.
So
but the truth is, as you say that, yes, you kind of internalize, and then you begin to control what you can control.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Like, I can make my kitchen look nice.
Yeah,
great.
But I think that's true of everybody. I don't think that's a woman thing. I think everybody starts doing that. Well, what are the controllables?
Ways. Yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
These are good.
Because that's what it is. Uncertainty is all of something that is out of your control.
Yep.
And so, just as human beings, we tend to then go quick to find what we can control. But sometimes in those, the uncertainty, as much as we want to go find these things that we control, these are really healthy things that everybody's saying here. But it's not, if we call ourselves a follower of Jesus, and he's the Lord of life, that's not where we should be running to first. But we all have defaults. Yeah. And these ladies, as they share their defaults, they're wrapped in and swaddled with Jesus principles. So they're not running to substances. They're not running to the shopping cart. They're not doing some of those things that you hear worst case scenarios where people run to. Let's be honest. We could, let's do this. Lily, you're the Googler. Google for me a great story. I told you we're putting this all together. A great story of the wrong way to do this. Okay, I can't say it anymore other than she gave the eyes.
Can I chat GPT this?
You can, but we want a raw rant, a raw story of this is what I do, this is how I cope with uncertainty. I spend money, this makes me feel better, because those are the danger. And some of you might be going, that's me, I do that. I hop on Amazon, and then all of a sudden in 5 days, boxes are showing up, and I can't remember what I ordered, but it felt good in the moment. If Paul could jump into our scenarios, our situations, right now, and he could jump in on the rant. This is what Paul would say in Ephesians 6:10. Growing up in the church, Ephesians 6:10, this starts the full armor of God situation where you get the belt and the breastplate and all these things. But we're just going to take the first part of this. Paul would say to you and I in the Raw Rant today, on this given day in August, he would say, be strong in the Lord, in his mighty power. You can see, finally, Lily put it up on the screen for us. Finally, be strong in the Lord, in his mighty power. And then it goes, put on the full armor of God. But I just want to say, for you, memorize the first, how many letters is that? Let's put that back up. How many words, not letters? How many words we're talking about? Just get to the be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power.
10 words.
10 words. Memorize that. Memorize that so when you face uncertainty,
I need that right now.
You're going to be strong in the Lord. Not in doing dishes and making the house feel good. Not in, I'll just go binge a show. Those are fine. They're not dangerous. But they're not what Paul would come into and say, be strong in the Lord, in his mighty powers. Now, Holly, what Paul says that to us, right? He's jumping into our situations. He doesn't know context. He's just saying, hey, be strong. What does it mean to be strong in the Lord? What does that mean? What does that look like?
Well, I think it's remembering the attributes of, like, who we know.
A fly on your hat.
Get off me. Who we know God is in his character is that he is always a provider. He is always there for us. He's never going to abandon or leave us. He's always going to, his understanding, his peace is far beyond what we can comprehend. I was just reading, like, everything about who God is and his character and Jesus being, it's like God's so big and so, like, can handle all of our worries, and yet it seems so unfathomable, but yet Jesus can be like that feeling of right next to you, you know? And so it's like you can lean into all of that knowing that you're not on your own and going through it. My mom said something to me when I was talking to her earlier today. Yeah. So we are, when you have these uncontrollable things like what we just talked about, I tend to go find something, or human nature, find something to control. And she was like, well, you know what you don't have to do? You don't have to be worried, or you don't have to be anxious. And I was like, yep, because the scripture says, don't worry or be anxious.
We're going to be real truthful here. We love quoting that to other people, but we hate hearing it in those situations. It's like you get an eye roll.
Yeah.
As if it was like, no, give me something more tangible like this bottle or something I can hold on to. Give me handles.
But that is the truth of it. Like, that is a tangible thing where it's like we can figure out how to not worry and be anxious. And so it's like in those moments, that's exactly what you have to go do is like, okay, I'm not going to worry about this. I know what I can do is to not worry.
Now, there is a difference between worry and thinking strategically in something. So did you find a great story, Lily, that's kind of like the worst? Okay.
Well, the worst?
No. Just an illustration of that we want to make sure that we're addressing that this is the stuff that a lot of people will go do instead of doing what the ladies just said or what we're going to say today.
There's good and bad to these things.
Okay, let's read it.
But okay, so Kate Bowler, a historian at Duke University, received a late-stage cancer diagnosis at the age of 35. She was a young mother. Faced with profound uncertainty about her future, Bowler has openly shared her coping mechanism. Some days she focuses on simple survival strategies like watching trashy TV, listening to gentle music, and going to bed early. She learned to accept that some days, particularly under immense stress, one's capacity is limited. This story underscores the importance of self-compassion, allowing oneself to simply get through tough days during periods of high uncertainty.
Okay. There was nothing about Jesus' principles there, right?
It's from an NPR article.
Yeah, that's what
you wouldn't necessarily.
The information is skewed because we went and found something that was opposing what we're trying to suggest today. Mm-hmm. Nor is that bad. Trashy TV, is it the best? Does it make you feel? Did you
really want to see how people are coping with uncertainty? I went to Reddit. I'm not going to read some of those, but you can go to Reddit
because it was not good.
Yeah, people are just a little cray-cray.
Yeah, like what? Like give us a...
someone said, I quit smoking and drinking at the wrong time. My life sucks. Because they want it back. People
feel like that's going to help.
That's going to help their uncertainty.
Right.
That's what they used to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're complaining.
Yeah.
But these are real people on here. So you get real people.
Right. Which that's what we're saying is the thing I used to cope when I was a teenager is I smoke weed, so I'll just go do that because that helped me dull the senses and stuff. And here's what we're trying to suggest is those don't fix anything. They actually usually complicate more of the things.
Yeah, that guy's actually in a good spot.
Right.
Keep going.
Keep going. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards. Don't go what you used to do. But I think when we're coming back to what we're suggesting Paul would say to all of us, the author of most of the New Testament would say, be strong in the Lord. So, Lily, Holly answered it.
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
Can I use my computer?
What'd you say?
Can we go to, something?
No, your brain.
What does it mean to be strong in the Lord?
Yeah, somebody, what does that mean to be strong in the Lord?
Know that your strength comes, that's where the source is. So that's, you just stay aligned with the truth of who he is and what he can do for you.
Okay. I don't think you ladies are missing it. I think
it's more of an active, you have to actively be relying and recalling scripture. That's what being strong in the Lord is. It's remembering your why and remembering who he says you are. That's what being strong in the Lord is.
I think it is a confidence in. To be strong in the Lord is my confidence comes from the Lord. It's like when somebody says, I'm going to use running as an athletic adventure. Anybody says, hey, we're going to do miles. This is going to take miles. I have utmost confidence in my body because I've trained it. I've built it to go long distances for a long time. Okay? It's just the way I've built it. So I don't get flustered in those moments. Whereas other people will go, wow, That's really far. That's a lot of miles. But their confidence is not in what they did. Now, let's transfer that into being strong in the Lord is I've done a great deal of things inside of the Lord. So my strength, my confidence comes from the Lord because I know he's done great things already up to this point in my life. That everything in the past is really a practice for today's main event. But this main event tomorrow will become practice for the next main event because the new main event is building on top of the practicing that you just did because the main event is bigger, larger, harder than what you just went through. It's all building block, a stepping stone. So my confidence is not in my ability. It is in who I know, not what I know. That's being strong. Be strong.
That's so good because that's what even I think back to when we were doing the Growing Your Faith, or the Sunday school lessons or things, or even last week when we talked about being obedient, when we are actively practicing these things and we're actively doing this, that is the building of your strength. And that strength as it being strong in the Lord and that faith, being able to, I just had this up. We're getting ready for a new month in kids, and our verse for the month is Hebrews 11:1. And now your faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see.
Right.
And so it's that's how you build it.
But
that's
faith,
being
right?
strong.
But it's not that blind faith. I really get bothered with followers of Jesus, Christians that say, just have blind faith. That's stupid. We're not testing people. It is, we build our confidence.
Right.
We build it. We pour into it. We nurture it. So my confidence is not blind faith. It's, I've got some things. I've walked through some seasons. Now, maybe as a teenager, you got to walk through a few. But if you do parenting right, they watch you walk through some things. You've led them through some of the things and how you did it. Case in point today, we don't get parenting right all the time here. We got 8 kids. They're all unique. They're special.
They all have attitudes.
They all have, they're kids. And we love them for it. They didn't come out of the womb different because they're pastors' kids, okay?
True story.
I thought you were going to say something big because you're like,
No, I had somebody tell me, I had somebody just not that long ago tell me, well, your kids don't do that because they're the pastor's kids. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
My kids totally
I'm on one about that because I've heard again about pastor kids. I'm on about it okay, plug and play that into any other environment like this. Oh, yeah, your kids don't ever have cancer because your parent is a cancer doctor.
Oh. Yeah, that's weird.
That's similar to what they're saying. That's the drastic part of it. That's what I'm trying to get to. Just because you're pastor kid doesn't mean they're going to be perfect. Typically, most people will go, PK kids are so rebellious. So let's get off that topic and move on. So this morning, we as a family, it's no surprise that we are involved in one-wheel racing. But that has been a mission we are on to serve that community. Yes, do we get some enjoyment out of it to watch our kids race and we get to ride one wheels? Absolutely. But at the forefront of all of that was to reach people, to spread the good news, to go around the country and meet people and pour in them. And legitimately, the staff of Unlock Church pastoring them. Lily's got people she slides in their DM all the time. Hey, what's going on? I see this, and she's helping with some of those people. Holly's got some. I've got some that we're pastoring. So, big race happening in a couple of weeks. The race of the year for one wheel. And so, it's been on the calendar. We've been working for it for a year to get after. Okay, we're going to do this. So, to do that, there's a lot of prep. The behind the scenes things, you got to get your one wheels compliant to this race rules. So, we've been working hard on that. And then they start leaking some of the features out, which here's one of the features. We built a replica. Legend is just ascending it, which all the kids have. I just filmed in the other night. This is kind of giving you an idea. He's been putting, along with all the other kids that are racing, just hours in the trails. This is one of the new features. They're just landing because that's going to face it in a 3-lap race in California. So that's Legend. There's the logo for Race for the Rail World Championship. Here's I think it's 4 of our kids mobbing the same feature because they're practicing what's it look like if all 4 of us or 4 people in the race, because they're going to send it 1.25 people at the same time, and they're going to have to choose their line and all that. So they're practicing along with the dogs.
Yeah, doing that at the same time will be
chaos. Tricky, but you get to practice it.
They'll slow people down, probably.
So they're working on it. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
The real facts on it, Lil, and you heard it the other day, it's 6 lanes of that.
Okay.
25 people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
coming into a bottleneck.
Somebody's waiting.
It's going to bottleneck.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 people are going to be on it at the same time on the same path.
On the same one.
Oh yeah, it's going to be
exciting.
It's going to be fun, carnage, all these things. It costs some money to get out there. Holly's been on a website registering all of us to volunteer hours upon hours upon hours because they've switched it up a little bit this year of like credits. Hey, if you do this half hour, you get a half credit, full credit if you do this, and where you got to get a lot of credits per kid to get it all where it's becomes affordable. So we're trying to do that. You got to get some kind of living space, tracking that down. You're kind of in the middle of California where this race is happening, and you're looking, what's the best scenario for a family of 10? Do we RV it? Do we do this? And we're just trying to make all these decisions, and there's resources tied to it. And then we find out, like this morning, hey, everybody has to have full face helmets. Well, that's $250 a pop, and you got to buy 2 to 3 of those. And then we get news that we just took our car in. There was a few things. It's a car. It's the life of a car. They have problems. Hey, your AC is shot. The entire system has to be replaced. That's $3,500. It's like, oh, wait. It just got really, really, really uncertain all of a sudden. It got like, okay, God is, and this was the question I said to Holly, okay, we need to determine if this is God's pause or opposition. What category does this fall in? Because if it's opposition, you fight through, you pull up your big boy pants, big girl pants, strap on the chaps, and you do work, right? You get to do the hard things. If it's just uncertainty of opposition, fight through it. If it's God saying slow down, pause, then you got to know, okay, if God's saying pause, as much as this entire family wants to be out there, then we pause because maybe God needs us back here. Maybe we need to be there, whatever it is. So it's created uncertainty, so much so that we spent hours this morning before we came into the office as a family sitting around a fire, and we just discussed as a family. I'll put it up here. I can't send it, but I just shot it. So just for prosperity, if you can go, can we go to that's us just sitting out there. Mm-hmm. 9:43 today, snapped. That's the boys sitting over there. Holly, you got stress face on there.
Does she?
Yeah, you see her. Look at her. Zoom in a little bit.
You. She said probably.
Oh, she's right there. See her.
I'm like this.
Aww.
Yeah, because you're just trying to ponder. I'm trying to ponder what's the right thing. Yeah, sell the car. You gotta
fix. I have a question.
You got to fix the AC no matter what. So that's $3,500.
Yeah,
that's
right. But that influences or informs the decision.
Same as the helmets that you didn't know. Just all of it. You start going, okay, it's too much. Epic's injured at the moment. He sprained his ankle. It's swollen.
At youth group.
Turning black. That's because we got a great student ministry that plays amazing games. Pushes the limits. But Epic's in here at the moment. It's so much fun.
It was worth it.
It's all right. More uncertainty. Our boy, one of them is going to race, injured. Uncertainty. Icon is freaking out by some of the features. Uncertain, right, Icon? Is this a good topic today about uncertainty?
Girl.
Yeah, you know what happened?
Listening?
Yeah, you better listen today, girl. You know what happened last night? Speaking of uncertainty, we're just pulling back the curtain on the Minute Halls here today. Don't know if this could be just raw rant today for everybody at home.
Don't forget your question.
Your pastors are sharing some of the things, so you know that we're humans and that we have to walk through the same things you do. But last night we have a new feature. I don't think we have it pulled up. We're kicking it old school again, doing ghetto style, showing you. But we made this feature where here's Icon getting to talk to you last night because she's so afraid. Can we go to that clip? She can't hit a jump and she's crying.
A little teary.
And I said, there's no crying in one wheeling, but
like you're attempting it and not landing it, or what?
She just won't even attempt it right now. It's too big.
She's afraid.
The one you showed me.
Yeah. It's right there. Legends Train. This is last night at like 9:30. Mosquitoes are out there. You're about to get a great shot of Holly freaking out because of mosquitoes. Look at she's batting them off. Yeah. It looks brighter than it is.
That's funny.
It looks
You're
brighter
welcome,
than
everybody.
It is.
That looks like fun.
It definitely looks brighter than it is.
9:30. I was literally in bed. Oh my gosh.
We had just finished dinner.
Yeah, and but I had just finished the feature. Here's Icon attempting it. Let's go to the close shot again. There she is.
Okay, so you
stops.
get on it, but you're not finishing.
And she's frustrated.
Dang,
she just couldn't
Icon,
do it.
you can do that.
Now, it doesn't help that you have an entire group of people.
I know you can do that.
Yeah, but there's times
people.
where, this is the whole
Okay,
topic.
so she's got uncertainty. But one of the cool things I saw about her situation, here's a hack that she is doing on her own. We come back in, we de-mosquito ourselves, and we come in, and she's still feeling bad for herself not being able to land it. I come in, and I just lay in her bed, and we're chatting, and then I see up on she's got a bunk bed, so she's on the bottom. Look up there, and it says goals. And then it has, in a big, Post-it notes all the way around, her goals. Faster runner, better sister. There was Jesus principles in there. She was saying, and then it was better one-wheeler, ride faster,
commit, don't be afraid,
be braver.
Like
all of those things are up there. So she's got these goals, which was tremendous to see. Mm-hmm. So she's coming in and trying to pep herself up. Just stay tuned. I'm sure we'll post on Instagram when she lands it, because up to this filming, almost 24 hours into this thing, and she's made a lot of attempts, but stops. It's like there's an invisible wall. So she's facing uncertainty and what she's doing. So this is applicable. Lily, your question.
Yeah, I mean, I think as people process this for you and start to, what we can do in these, when we're listening to talks like this, is like start to apply to our own lives. So as people are doing that, I think my question is, how often should we try to reason what God is doing? So like this seems like a very great time to go, okay, is this God saying to slow down? Is this the enemy's opposition? But it reminds me, I was having a conversation with a student on Wednesday, and they're trying to reason why God allowed them to be involved in this relationship, and they're like reasoning to try to feel better. And to me, I'm like, there's going to be a lesson in this, but you don't need to figure it out right now.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
But like,
so how often should we reason our way through our uncertainties?
Okay, so I don't think it's. I'm going to answer your question, but I'm going to back up to your story, because people are like, yeah, I want that one answered. Because why did God allow me to get into this relationship? Because He's given you free will. Yeah. So there's why, because you're not a robot, and so you made the decision.
It's like,
we live with our choices.
Of this? That's what they were.
But the question I would back up to anyone and go, well, did you ask about that one? God, should I do this?
Initially do it in the first place.
And if you didn't, and you did it because it just felt right, well, you got yourself there.
Yeah, that's good.
And so it's not God allowed. A lot of times we make our own decisions.
But like should we try to reason our way through everything? I'm not saying you guys shouldn't. I think 100% you're in a good spot in
the question that I always ask is, what is God up to?
Yeah.
Whatever the scenario is. If somebody was to write a check to us, and that's happened in our lives before, okay, what is God up to? And we always go, we do not assume this is for us to consume. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, God, what do you want us to do? I remember, Lily, you were a beneficiary of this back in 2023. When our house was falling apart and people started giving money. At one point, you had a need at the same time. And we said, well, this just came in. Let's give a part of it to Lily for her stuff. And we gave it. And I remember, I don't know if you remember those. You pushed back. You're like, oh, I know you need it. And we gave it to you. It's like, no, we're not assuming it's for us to consume. Mm-hmm. Though we have a list of things we got to fix.
Yeah.
And so it's always, I think it's healthy always, Lily, to go, what has God up to?
Yeah.
Always. I
think that's a healthier way to reason versus just trying to know.
Well, and
because I sometimes feel like people just reason to try to know so that they can feel in control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But saying what has got up to it leaves it open-handed of like, it's yours anyway. Like, and I just am here to steward this, whatever you're giving me or whatever opportunity.
When you pose that question, what has got up to, it actually opens up the door for surprises. Mm-hmm. Because think about if healthy marriages, I know that, so I got to say that as I tell the story, because my marriage doesn't have, but like when it's Christmas time and Holly's being sneaky, I wonder what she's up to. I don't get to get the answers until Christmas Day.
But you trust her.
I trust her, one, but it's like, oh, she's doing something. Now, a lot of times I get in trouble because it's more elaborate in my head than she actually delivers, right? That's a problem.
Yeah, you like, yes.
But it's just exciting to think about, what is she up to?
I bet this is what she's doing.
Yeah. And then let's go with a recent story with you where it was your birthday and you didn't give space to go, I wonder what Jordan's up to.
Right.
You actually went to the other side to go, and I think you forgot about me.
Yeah, right. I think that there's healthy ways to approach the uncertainties of life.
Right.
And unhealthy ways. And I think a lot of that should come down to trust. Like, I trust that God is, like, that's how I feel right now. God has a plan. It would be so irrational for me to fall into, like, something's going to go wrong. We're going to go past 2 weeks and something's going to happen. Like, God absolutely has a plan for my life. And so I think that's a great place to start with uncertainty. Yeah, and that's where you guys are so obviously starting.
Yeah, but we've learned this. Okay, so we're trying to download a raw rant today on uncertainty of life experience. 47, 46 almost. We're trying to teach from our experiences of us. What you saw a glimpse of a picture that I probably will never post. But for us, it's like to remind the kids, hey, we sat down and we talked about it. What's God up to? What's wise? All of these different things. So they're coming along the journey. So it's not this. They never got to see God do something showing up in this household. Or when we say, hey, we just don't think it's the right thing for us to do right now, that's not blindsiding them either. They're along their journey, and we ask them to pray with us. So I want to read Psalms 27:14. This, again, is where I think Paul was influenced what he was writing in Ephesians that we read here. He goes, wait for the Lord. Okay.
What did you say you were in?
Psalms 27:14. Wait for the Lord. Wait for the Lord to show up. Don't move without him. Okay. Goes on and says, be strong and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. Now, she has the international version and I'm reading the ESV version. So first and foremost in the uncertainty is wait for the Lord. Wait for the green light. And make every, not controlling, but continue to move in a direction as you're making a decision. Because here's what happens a lot of times is uncertainty. There's a group of us that get paralyzed and we don't move. And then when we realize, this wasn't God saying no, it was opposition. And now we're behind. Mm-hmm. We can't catch up. We've created a mess now because we didn't know uncertainty, and a lot of us just stop. You don't keep going 110 miles an hour. You slow down so that you can take the right-hand turn if you need to. Because if you take a right-hand turn too fast, you're going to crash. And so you got to go slow it down. Wait on the Lord to green light it. Because sometimes when uncertainty comes, it's a yellow light. It's not green and it's not red. It's just slow the mess down. You know what I mean? Just slow it down. Slow your mind down. Slow the circumstances down. Do what you can. And we'll tell you what we're doing in the process of this to bring it to life. And again, you got to plug and play this in all your scenarios here. But yes, Holly.
Do you think it's that knee-jerk reaction of us to just like stop everything, and whether it's a moment of panic or whatever? Do you think that's because it is a panic, or because ultimately whichever happens, whatever we're doing, we want to make sure God's glorified in our life? But if you just stop, then it's like you take the control back and God still can't be glorified. But if you just slow and let whatever result that the Lord's trying to pay attention, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to answer your question that is so not spiritually answering it. It's more with an actual physical, knowledgeable. It's this. An object in motion is easy to keep in motion. A stopped object takes a lot more energy to get going. And so we want to continue to be in motion, slowing it down though to go, okay, God, what are you up to?
Unless he says stop.
But we're talking about yellow light. It's not red. It's yellow.
Yeah.
Uncertainty is a yellow light on a stoplight. Maybe you're listening from another country. You don't have those. But it's just a slow down. When you get a red light, ejection. You're done with it. We're out of there.
If we throw the project out.
Yeah. If we get to a spot in this journey, and this happened all today, everyone. like, you got to understand, you are getting a very raw rant on uncertainty as we face uncertainty with something that you can share. There's a lot of times uncertainty comes along and it's dealing with a relationship, and you can't put that out there. This is something that we're going through, that we felt God asked us to do, to take our family out there, be a light in the darkness, and to race and enjoy the community and those things. Now it seems like everything shifted from green light to a yellow light. Slow down. Uncertainty has come. So it's slowing down. So you, again, Holly, I hope that makes sense. So you can be in motion.
Well, I think that
you can keep moving.
I think that's really great. And I think that's actually a really tangible way for us each to process it, because it's true of me, where I just am like, okay, like, stop everything, like, pause everything that you're doing, sell all the one wheels, you know what I mean? Like, that takes, like, to the extreme for sure. But I think that's a really great, where it's like, no, that's not what we're hearing. That's not what that was never even the forefront of what we were doing when we talked about this trip,
right?
You know? And so I think for you guys, like, watching and as we're interacting with this, of just a tangible way of, we're not at a red. And I mean, God, if there is a red and you're just avoiding the red, that's a whole different
right. And some would
scenario.
Go, well, all of these things make a red. But remember, if for all of you, I don't know, A-types or whatever, if we have a chart and we have, how do I spell opposition, How?
Oh, is it OPPOSI?
Wait, you got it. Okay, we'll just go opposition verse is, what did I say?
Pause?
Oh, a stop. We'll just call it stop.
Stop.
Where God's saying, I'll just give red light since we're saying it today. Okay. So for all of you that would like to make a chart like this that says the opposition, the reasons not to, or red light, God saying don't go. Let's say God given, so it's a bit clearer. God-given red light. Stop or opposition, meaning when we have opposition up here, it's just the enemy trying to slow us down so we won't be able to go.
Frustrate
right.
you,
so then you start making your pros and cons on this, because a lot of you want to do this, and you start making a pro and con list, but I'm labeling it, well, the pros would go, right, I'm trying to wait on the Lord. I'm being strong. I'm not asking the normal questions, non-spiritual questions, pros and con list. Because that's not spirit. That's not putting God in the middle. So, is it the devil going against me? Devil opposition or God-given red light? Devil opposing me. So, and you start making the list. So let's ask this question now. Let's walk it through practically. If this is a list we're going to do, give me one way in our scenario that we've just painted to them that this could be opposition.
Extra resources needed. What do you mean?
Like that you could go, this seems like the enemy's trying to distract us, keep us from going.
Oh, gosh. You're much better at putting it into...
Yeah, but you're sitting on the deck and you're going, okay, how do we decipher? That's what we were trying to help those at home. And in the chat, again, jump in. How you think we could decipher this. Is this the devil opposing what God's trying to do? Or is it God saying no good? Because I think you can go, you said resources...
Well, I'm just thinking like what was planned out. Now it's more that's needed, or, you know what I mean? Like,
right. But see, I could go, God saying red light because of the resources.
Yeah.
Okay. You could go that way. Yeah. But here's the thing. In any of this, and this is why you could
put that on the...
Resources could be on both categories. That we didn't see that the car was going to have what it had.
Right.
And now resources are on both ways. So dangerous. So you can't use that. And this is where you have to unemotionally do this. Mm-hmm. Because what happens with a pro or cons list is you already made up your mind you wanted to buy it. So you're going to give the more pros than the cons. Or all of you single people out there making this, I want to date him not, and you make the pro. Well, you already like them, so you're going to make a pros list more that way.
Why you should.
So this has got to be intelligently done, not emotionally charged. So give me another house. See, you're struggling because you're going, how do I know if this is opposition of the enemy or God saying stop? You keep going,
That's what we're trying to figure out. So I don't know.
Yeah, but how do you got so you What's the struggle?
I don't know necessarily how to put it into words.
Well, you got to. For those at home, all they hear is,
So you guys didn't do this yet today.
No,
like I'm questioning, like if even
I never do this except for on video purposes.
I was going to say,
everyone.
I'm even questioning if like this is like a valid way of doing it, because
Why?
we often can't separate the emotions of it, of like, you know, which way we really want it to go. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah, I think if you can't separate the emotions, you shouldn't do it.
Shouldn't do the list.
But I think
It's hard to separate the emotions or do it with someone who's not emotionally charged.
But again, I put on there Epic's injury. Here you go, Epic's injury. But it can be put on the other side at the exact same time. That's why so now you're going, wait, I'm still in the same spot I've been to because it's equal. Both of them can be both.
That's why I think you have to keep moving. Like you can't, you know, when we were talking with the kids today, it's like you can't just call a halt because there's still time. The heart is to be out somewhere or to be part of a community. We made the decision to go and be part of this race. And so it's like you can't just stop altogether because maybe it's a wait and see what shows up, you know? And so
okay,
I don't know that this is a valid thing.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe that's where we're going to get to out of budget stuff. Well, we didn't know we were going to have to buy the helmets. We didn't know that we were going to have to.
Yeah, but we also didn't know the car wasn't.
Right. We didn't know that the car would give Van AC. We didn't know that. So there's two. However, let's be honest. Let's take down the emotions because, man, we really want to go to California and do this. If you take that out, you're going to put the exact same things over here. And we're still at a 4-4 tie.
So what's the point you're making with the
What
list?
do you think I'm making? Why do you want to get to a point so hurried?
No, it's not hurried.
What do you think the point is? You don't know. It's a tie. So now I can't use this to make a decision.
I think the point is that we can't do a pros and cons list to try to understand what God is up to.
Okay. We can't use
this style of...
This typically doesn't work because emotions can inform this. Most of the time, it's neutral. Now, let's go hypothetical. Do we have a different color marker around here?
Sure.
Okay, here's now. This is at current state of filming this and where we're at in this journey, okay? So we're trying to be unemotionally charged. Got a red pen, thank you. Now, let's draw a line here. Now, let's say... Let's go, all of a sudden, new income comes. You go to the mailbox, all of a sudden, there's a check sitting there. Is that God saying, I've turned it from a pause to now I've showed up and done something pretty special here?
How often do you take it and go, it wasn't God?
What's that mean?
When that comes in, when something like that happens and you're actively praying through something and then something like that happens, how often do you take that as not him and don't continue on?
I think you ask a fairly good question. Good thing I have strategically placed 3 pieces of paper. Because if you're going to do this, fine. But come over on another piece of paper.
All rant.
And write down, what have I been praying for?
Yeah.
What is it that I've been asking God to show up and do? What are the answers?
That's good.
Okay. So on our prayer list, we're asking for opportunities to spread the gospel. Okay. That's been on our prayer list. Resources. And again, I'm just going resources trip, right? Like I'm writing it very short here. So then you got, what else have we been praying about for specifically this trip?
Well, just like even for the kids to excel, you know, in what they are passionate about.
Okay. Kids experience. How would I abbreviate that? EX.
That they would do well.
EXP.
EX. Okay. Excel. EXC.
Yeah.
Okay. We've been praying about what vehicle to take. Do we rent an RV? Do we take ours? Okay, that's been on the prayer list. God, what do we need to do? Like literally, we've been praying about all these things. Simple things that you go, well, why wouldn't you just take your car? Well, we've just been praying, God, how do you want us to do this?
What's the best way for us to...
Another thing we've been praying, we could keep going. Some of you is like, get off. I'm trying to raw rant this out on how we do it spiritually. That this is wonderful if you have this, because when these things start getting
roadmap
answered, you come
can go
and you
over
go, okay, the opportunity to spread the gospel, that's a no-brainer, greatest commission. So God's always going to give that opportunity. If we got a chance to go, that's just going to happen. But we're asking for doors to be open, resources of the trip. So if this happens, new income happens, I come over here, resources for the trip. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, God wants us. That could tip the scale. God's given us, okay, but now we have still this one that I underlined poorly. What car to take? Well, our car's in the shop. New resources for that. So is the resources that have come in not for the trip, but for the car to get fixed? Still keeps you at a mute point. It's coming back to, guys, scriptures and waiting on the Lord. And as you wait, creating this roadmap to help you navigate and not emotionally go, yep, that's it. We got it. Let's go. It's waiting. I love what Isaiah writes, and we read this a couple weeks ago, but Isaiah 40 is another great run to in uncertainty. But they who wait for the Lord. This is ESV, Lily, as you look it up. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. Guys, it's those that wait. Those that do not freak out in uncertainty. You wait. And while you wait, you're trying to get through the fog, and you're trying to get through the I don't understand why I feel what I feel and all these different things, because all of these circumstances make you feel certain things. But so as I wait, I'm going to try to understand what God's up to, because I love that question. What is God up to? Because it just makes it fun. Now, some of us are going to go, that's not good. But, okay. But wait on the Lord. And then if you go to Lamentations, when was the last time you just ran to Lamentations, Holly?
Only when we were reading it.
Through the book, reading through the Bible, right? No one knows this. The Lord is good to those who wait for him. To the soul who seeks him. The Lord is good for those that wait. Those that get the yellow light and don't throw a fit. Ever been in the supermarket? There's some reason burned into my brain as a teenager walking through Kroger's, because we grew up in the Midwest, and Kroger's is your destination of supermarkets. And you're going through Kroger's, and there's just this kid in the peanut butter aisle on the ground, freaking out, kicking his feet and pounding. That was you. Great.
No, I'm just kidding.
But losing it. That's what we do in adult form, emotionally. The way we talk about God is we start throwing a fit. Instead of going, I wonder what God's up to.
That's good.
I wonder what God's up to. So practically, how's this looking for us as a family? You saw that we're actively building the features that the kids will hit. That takes more time on me. That takes resources to do that. And you're like, why would you do that if you're over there? Well, we have most of this sitting around here on the property. We're just moving things around.
But also, I'll pause there. You, without all these new circumstances, would have been doing that anyway. Yeah. So I think that's a good point, is in uncertain times, what would you already be doing anyway that you can continue to do to go, God, I'm asking what you're up to. I trust you, and I'm going to continue to be faithful throughout the times where I can't make anything happen, so that we're not taking control of the situation.
Right. So in the meantime, while we're waiting in the uncertainty, we're building ramps for the kids to practice. And somebody's going to go, well, isn't that going to build up fake hope for your children? Isn't that going to give them this thought that you're going? But remember, they're along the journey. They're praying with us.
You're communicating.
They're waiting for what God's going to do. They see it all. We're trying to teach them spiritually how you walk through these things.
And then if they were, just using this as the example, if we were to just halt it and not do those things, then they stop and don't progress what they're supposed to be doing to be in the actual race itself,
right.
And so it's like, then it's like, oh wait, we are going to go. It's like a yo-yo. I don't want to live a yo-yo life of things, but if we continue with that motion, something happens where we know without a shadow of a doubt we're going. Well, they are then still prepared for it and not just have to start going again.
In this circumstance, the things we are actively doing right now isn't a no for us, right? These aren't things that we're asking them to do that go against if God said don't go. Does that make sense? We're not trying to force the hand of God. Well, I already did this. I've come so far already. We're not doing that. We are doing things that we can do to prepare if it's a green light. And we haven't got ourselves into a pickle if it's a red light.
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens is you get into a situation, you're like, well, I'm just going to go buy that new thing. I'm just going to go get a loan and I'm going to get that. And then all of a sudden you are in relationship pickles. You are in financial pickles because you just went and did something without even pursuing any of this stuff. You didn't wait. You didn't ask questions. Another piece that you can't put on paper. Today, Holly and I are calling people just things are stacking and we know now we're in this uncertain time on this. Okay. Will you help us pray to figure out clarity on this? So we called our people that pray for us. Holly talked to her mom. When I get done with this, guess who I'm calling? My mom. We're going to share. Will you pray with us? We're not asking for loans. We're not calling these people. Hey, will you loan us money? Because there's this. We're not doing that. We're trying to go. If God says go, then we'll make those decisions when we know it's a go. But right now, it feels like there's too much uncertainty. Is his opposition, or is God saying, red light, stop? These are wonderful, practical ways to walk through this. But in the meantime, when you don't know, do the things that will set you up. If it is a green light, you're ready to go. And if it's a red light, you haven't damaged previous relationships or your financial future. Because a lot of times we damage those things when it's a red light. Oh, well, I've gone too far. And now don't do that. So we're not building up fake hope to these kids. They're understanding. They're hearing it today. I'm going to just get a confirmation for Epic and Icon. Anything new we've said that we didn't talk about today? Are you like, oh no, we're not going?
No.
Right. They both said no. Are we in the meantime trying to figure it out?
No.
What?
Wait, Epic, you said no. Are we in the meantime trying to figure it out, Epic? Oh yeah. You can't hear those things, but they're sitting back there, right? So these are good parenting strategies. It doesn't mean the kids get to know all things about our finances and things of that nature, but a healthy way to disciple them. Okay.
Sure. Okay, so I just wanted to share this because when we were talking about when I said earlier, my mom was like, but you don't have to be anxious. You don't have to worry. And of course, the verse that always comes to mind when we think of anxious or being worried is Philippians 4:6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. But I was looking that verse up, and I happened to miss 6 and just go to 7, and it's in the New International Reader's Version. And I love what 7 says. So it tells that first part of being, oops, I went to the wrong book. Hang on.
Oh.
So Philippians 4:7 in the NIRV says, where to go? Then, after you give thanks, bring your petitions to the Lord, then God's peace will watch over your hearts and your minds. He will do this because you belong to Christ Jesus. God's peace can never be completely understood. And I think that is a really, you go where the peace is of what the Lord's trying to teach you and what He's trying to get you to move to.
Yeah, Lily's got it. You saw her searching there. Today it's Raw Rant, so Lily's got to catch up to us at times. So she's doing a great job.
Yeah, I have it now.
I kind of throw it up there so people can see it if they missed it and all the references. Here it is. Don't worry about anything. No matter what happens, tell God about everything. Ask and pray and give Him thanks. The ask and pray is what we're doing right now. God, we want to go, but we do need resources to fix the car and get the hotel. Continue. Let's put that back up there. and give thanks to him regardless what the outcome.
Right.
Then God's peace will watch over your hearts and your minds. He will do this because you belong to Christ Jesus. God's peace can never be completely understood, which can be frustrating. You're like, I'll never understand that. Now, to wrap this whole conversation up, how Holly and I, and Lily, she's learning this. It's fun to watch Lily, who's a few years behind us in age.
Just a few.
To watch her, like 15 years, is that what it is?
Yeah, about, yeah.
15 years behind us. To watch her grow in this. It's fun. It's fun not in a masochistic way against her or harming her or she's enjoying it, but it's fun to watch somebody grow up as her family, Jordan and her, are walking through this. I mean, Lil, talk about, it was months ago, you had car issues, right? Uncertainty,
Yeah.
what do we do? Right?
Yeah, we had this vehicle that we've been paying over and over again for different issues, and it was a cool time in a sense. I do look back at it positively because it was an opportunity for Jordan and I to just seek the Lord and watch him really ask, like, because it was his vehicle, so he was really owning it more, and I'm supporting him, and just ask, like, at what point do we stop putting money into this and just try something else? You know, like we always say at the challenge camp, dismount the dead horse, and watching him pray through that. And so then finally we decide we're not going to put more money into this. We're still going to own the vehicle and still going to have to pay this off. But we feel like God is saying, let's get you something more reliable. And within the month, we were able to pay that vehicle off completely. And God had provided that for us. And it was very evident that the resources we received, and it wasn't out of the blue, you know, we kind of knew the resources would be coming in, but we knew that those are designated to pay off that vehicle. Right. Yeah. And it was, I think of this, you know, the pros and cons and prayer list. And it's like, that was so evidently for us. And now we have this reliable vehicle that our baby girl's car seat is sitting in. And it's like,
so cute,
so fun that, you know, that God provided that opportunity. And so, yeah, I think being in an uncertain time is simply an opportunity to grow closer to God and to see him do his work in our lives. And that's what he wants. And so often we get in the way of him working. Yep. And we wonder, God, where are you in my life? Where are you? Well, these are uncertain times. There's an opportunity to lean into his presence and let him work.
That's good.
And again, what you love about a story like that, because we're not suggesting any one way to handle it. It's being led by the Holy Spirit on how to do that. But, and she alludes to it a little bit in the story, and we're alluding to it just a little bit. We're talking with people. These Jordan and Lily didn't go, hey, we're just doing this. We made a pro con list, and there's more pros for this than cons. They were running. We were part of the conversations, and it wasn't, oh, cool, we get a control, and we're puppet masters of. No, it's like, hey, this is what would make sense if you're not emotionally charged. And then they walk through with that information, and then what's God, you know, is what people saying and what God's guiding you to, lining up. You're like, oh, that thing can be put on your list of the pros and cons. Like, I would write that down 100%. If new income comes in, or people you talk to say, oh, you should go. So I would say accountability people. What's a better way to say that? Because it's not friends, because there are friends I would never go.
Like people who you allow to speak the wise counsel in?
Let's go. People you respect.
Yeah.
Because that's who you're...
someone who would say the truth to you.
Truth tellers,
and be a mirror and say, is this, you know, I don't see this for you. Or
so then you start going over here. Oh, wait. New income. My friends are going. I still think you should go. It seems like it's opposition. Now the scales are starting to tip. It's starting answers to prayer. It was unclear what to do, but my friends have been praying, and they come back going, I think you should do this. I know it doesn't make sense at this moment, but you should do it. And you got Lily, where at the time it was uncertain. How are we going to do this car situation? And people come around. It makes sense in what you're trying to do. And then they make a decision, and on the other side of the decision, things start coming in. He's like, oh, we got that paid off and did this.
Yeah.
So how do we get here? How did Lily or Holly and I get here and Lily get here? How did we arrive to all of this? Is there some handbook? Yeah, it's called the Bible. But because most people don't read it, we are spent trying to break it down to make it practical and applicable for you. So I put together a chart. This is on my YouTube channel years ago. I tried to do this. I call it the collateral damage diagram, okay? You like my penmanship? It's really cool. Oh no, out of focus. Okay, come on.
What's on the side?
Okay, I can't. Let me start over again. Okay, try it again. Put that camera back on there. Let's see if it'll. Okay, so then you have on the right-hand side, it's trying to focus on. There we go.
Okay, rating of
talent versus years alive down here. So this is years alive. Over here is my rating of talent. This is what you're born with, okay? That's what we don't all start out at 15s or 10s, okay? All I know is you tell your stories, you do. I came out of the womb doing this. And then this is your years alive. I'm not suggesting that we all live only 70 years. This is just what the paper suggested. And so what happens? You're born. Big surprise. So Iris here, she can be born.
She's going to be talented.
A week from yesterday.
That's your guess.
It's not a guess.
Okay.
It's informative. Okay, so she's born, but
what?
Let's give us your guess of her talent.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we'll have fun here.
She's gonna be doing flips.
Okay, so what are you rating her at? A 2.3?
I hope she's like a little historian.
She's going to be loud.
Yeah, that's all great. I'm asking you to rank her talent from birth.
Oh,
is she a 2.5? A 5.
She's a 0. She's a ball of goo.
But in that baby, she's got talent.
Okay.
You're born with a certain level of talent. And now you got to grow it up. I'm just asking you.
I guess I would say like a 1.
A 1.
I think Jordan and I are fairly talented people.
Okay.
Like he can pick up
1
things
isn't even on the scale, Will.
Oh, okay.
2.5 is where you start.
That's where you start?
Yeah.
All right, 2.7.
2.7, okay.
This is what I
don't know. Okay.
Jordan, he's talented because he's good at a lot of things.
He's a hard worker.
And that too. Is that talent?
No,
but the kids did say whatever game was playing, and then Jordan got up and he just demolished everybody.
He's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
talented.
Iris is gonna live. She's maxing the chart. We're calling her 70 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So here naturally, we're just gonna put her out here. We're gonna say she starts at a. What'd you say?
A 2.7.
A 2.7. Yeah. I gotta write that down. I'll forget. 2.7.
I don't know where he's going.
2.7. Let's just say she doesn't take a liking to books, podcasts, and all that stuff. We're just gonna say naturally, your talent progresses with age. Okay. But she's not done anything else.
Like she's not doing anything to grow more.
No, so we're going to say that she's going to tap out. I'm going to allow her to be, we're going to give her, she's going to come in at a 6. Okay, over here. So here's where she's at. So she's got this line.
This is so interesting.
Okay, so here we go. This is her natural development of talent, with nothing interjecting in it. It's just what was she starting with, and then life experiences matures
what she
it.
Gets to. Okay.
Right. This is just life experience, people. Your talent, my talent, the things in my life experiences are going to educate me. Therefore, my talent will increase because of, don't do that. At a young age, just don't touch hot things. Okay, no, not to do that. Some people learn through... I like to learn the hard way, they say. And so all of a sudden, their experience informs them, hey, don't double date. That's messy. I hurt people. I got hurt. Don't do that. So what happens is your talent, your maturity continues to go and move forward, okay? It goes up. Okay, so we understand that. I hope are you tracking, Holly? There's a lot of things going in here. Lily just unplugged something from the wall. Dog's being left out. She broke something.
There's natural experiences that happen that you grow in and learn. And
this is true for all of us. I know we all wish we started as 10s. You don't.
You don't. Sorry.
Okay, we're going to say that she lives for 70, okay, years. So naturally, by the time she hits 70... By the time she hits 70, remember we're trying to do that big shot when I draw icon, you forget that? Well, okay, we're just trying to, I'm drawing here. It's great video then when you, okay, so I just draw an arrow so you get to understand that here's 70 years old. She's living all the way out here. Naturally, that's going to happen. Now, this is the problem then with this style, and this is so many of us, is that there is so much issues in here. This is what we call that area that I poorly draw on. I'm going to call that, we'll use the red pen here, in big letters.
What are you going to call that?
Because of its only experiential learning, it's the danger zone.
Ooh. I remember now.
That is a danger zone because...
Come on, Iris.
Because a lot of mistakes are done in this area and a lot of collateral damage happens.
So you're saying experience is a dangerous teacher.
It's a dangerous teacher. It's a very expensive teacher because the losses are big and the wins seem like they came all by my strength and might. All of those are dangerous.
Right.
So what do we got to do in this? How did Holly, Lily, and I arrive here? It is not because we started out with more talent than everybody else. We didn't come in at a 10 and it's just we're up there. It's... If we were all honest, we'd probably go, we're 2.3ers. We're way down there. It's just like average. We're not special. What the difference between us is that somewhere in our 20s to 30s area, we got a hold of something that brought us up to, and again, for all intents and purposes, please understand, I'm not trying to be a jerk and give us, we're special. I'm just trying to paint a picture here. We did this. We shot up. So our wisdom meter, we're way up here faster. Then by the time we hit 30, we're way out here versus just naturally hitting it by the time we're 70. And how'd we do this? We spent time with Jesus. We read our Bible. We listen to podcasts. We read other books on how to be better human beings. We read magazine articles. We listen to parenting podcasts. We consume information that's not just entertainment, but a value to increase our maturity in our wisdom. Mm-hmm. You have to speed it up. So mom and dad, think about that. How are you speeding up that for your kids? What are you doing to make that shoot up? Now, I'm not calling us 7.5s. We're probably a 5, but we've just shot up. It's not we're wiser than our years because of between the ages of 20 to 30, we poured into that.
You're not relying on just your own self.
Only experience.
Right.
And so for you, how do you do this? What's the practical thing of what we're talking about today? Is I say this every week. I'm not paid commission every time I tell you to read your Bible. I think people think that pastors get paid to say that, like some royalties are given to us. No, it actually is the thing that makes your life better and understand things and treat people better, and your wisdom comes and you know how to handle uncertainty. Start listening to more things that inspire you, encourage you to do the right, noble, ethical, loving, Jesus-centered thing. Stop listening to podcasts about your favorite sports team. I love the Vikings, but I'm not just putting on rants about the Vikings and the hopes for it. It's like, okay, I'll catch a news podcast once in a while to hear what's going on, but I don't devour. You and I have got to make this arch so much faster. Don't do just living life like naturally. I'm getting wiser. This is so dangerous because in order for this to just traverse like this, you've hurt so many people. Spike it up fast. Okay. I don't know if the raw rant of uncertainty helped everybody. I hope it got you guys down the road a little bit. Again, we are not losing our minds over here at our home. We are excited to see what God's going to do. Mm-hmm. Stay or go. We're excited what God's going to do. The prep that we're doing for our young people, our kids in this home to practice on these things is teaching them greater principles than to win some one-wheel race. It's, hey, you have a goal, then go down there and work your butt off. Mm-hmm. You're afraid to drop, go drop it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you get to erase it. It's developing great character in these kids. It's developing spiritual things. It's helping them, again, back to this chart, shoot up. Because we're Jesus principle in it all the time. We're not just letting it naturally, we're just shoot up. With Iris, Lil, you're going to have to shoot it up. All of this is age appropriate stuff here. There's something magical between the ages of 20 to 30 where this happens, takes off. This is hard to do back here. Like, I don't even know, outside of just teaching Jesus principles, this is, think about it, Lil. This is about for you, where you came in asking questions about life and things you believed and all those things. And as you were going to university, and you just watch that maturity and you just shoot up. It's wonderful. And again, what you've done, let me bring that back up. I'm going to color it in different here. This is actually, you want even more motivation in why to do this? Because look at what happens. You shorten the collateral damage zone where people aren't being hurt as much. You make it smaller. So you don't have a track record for your entire life of hurting people. It's like, oh, cool. I know that that's not good for people I love or people who are close to me. Oh, yeah. This is awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is the Jesus stuff we're talking about. We want to minimize and reduce. But if you just naturally do it and you're like, come on, let's be honest. Some of you haven't read a book that would help you be a better human being since high school. You haven't even picked up a book. And you'll tell me, reading's not my thing. Bogus. If I can steal a Holly word there, she likes to use that word. Bogus.
I like to say bogus.
Then listen.
Yeah, listen. Consume stuff to make you better. Because it's just, here's a big word for you. It's just being lazy. You're just being lazy. You're probably lazy on growing and educating yourself in maturity. Probably lazy physically. It's just lazy. You have a spiritual condition. It's called laziness. You got to fight against it. That might be one of the worst conditions to have because it permeates every area in your life. Then you become a lazy parent. Then you become a lazy coworker. Become just lazy, passive, and life passes you by. Stop being lazy. Engage. Grow up in areas. You make a list of areas for yourself that I got to get better in and start doing it. Don't tell me I don't like to make goals. That's lazy. Oh, I don't accomplish the goals. Lazy. Okay. Started going off on some I shouldn't. Or should I don't know.
I was going to say we kind of topic changed, but yeah, kind of.
It's all the things.
It is.
But
it is. It's good.
How to navigate uncertainty. I think we kind of helped you do that. We showed you practically how to do it. Now plug and play this into your uncertainties. Lily's looks very different than ours. I just knocked over Jesus.
What's going on with you? Get your hands under control.
Put Jesus. He's in my Toms. Literally. Somebody gifted those to me. And so I was like, oh no, Chevy Chase is falling over. This is a hot mess. Oh, it's just. But anyways, those are Toms somebody painted for me. Remember when those were so hot?
Yes.
Kamadi, everybody wanted.
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember.
they gave another pair
I had
of
a
shoes
gray
away.
pair.
Yeah. I wore them all the time. These, I did not. I saved them because they are customized, painted. So I was like, we should display them. Okay. Holly's going to pray for us. And then we got some really cool things we're going to announce. So here you go, Holly.
Lord, thank you so much for the time that we have together. Thank you for the raw rant that we were able to just process and just talking about uncertainty, Lord. May we always remember to go to your scripture and go back to the strength that you have given each one of us in our own lives when whatever it may be, a new decision that we're making, where we're going to live, whatever it may be, Lord, of just always going to where you're at and asking what you want us to do in those situations. We love you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Thank you, Holly. Lil, who knows? You might be back here next week.
Maybe.
Might not be. You
Maybe.
Maybe.
But baby not.
But baby not. Oh my gosh. Those are like mom jokes.
Oh my God.
I've noticed that Holly's
If
got all
baby
these
comes,
baby jokes.
She won't be. So instead of saying maybe,
I got you. I'm tracking on.
baby not.
Oh, yes,
There
yes,
you
yes,
go.
yes. Okay, some really
Ryan.
cool things. I don't know if we have, but we're just going to run through cool stuff. One, the 10th is coming, and we'll let you just sit on that one for a little bit. The 10th is coming. We're excited about September 10th.
What does that mean?
And we're excited about the 10th year of Unlocked Church. And so the 10th is coming. Be ready to celebrate that on September 7th for adults and September 10th is where the students here locally will come back inside from competing outside. Brand new look, new topics, all of those things. We're excited about the fall for that. They need to start inviting their friends to it. It's going to be a great week at Unlocked Churches. We're going to go into our 11th year, another decade. It's so cool to say. So we're excited about that. We also have another mission trip happening. We will be serving the enemy state, Wisconsin, the fall mission trip. We do a spring one and a fall one, September 19th through the 20th. We will take a crew of wonderful humans all the way up to Windman, and we will help serve people that will be doing one-wheel races. We come in and be the support crew. We are the support crew, sorry. We run the race stages. We help check people in because we have just been gifted as a church to be able to do those things very well because we do camps. And so we're going to go take our talents over there and help do those things and have an opportunity to spread the gospel. And so we're excited to be able to do that, to love on people we don't really do life with. And so it's a cool opportunity. Make sure you sign up. Do we have a sign up place for them yet? No sign up yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're finalizing a few details.
Finalizing like the cost and all those things. We already have.
It'll be in this week's email, so be sure to. If you're not connected to the email or get those automatically, go to unlockedchurch.com/connect. Then there's a subscribe button that you can use.
You want to subscribe because you don't want to miss some of those things. And then I think that's all. Those are three big things happening this fall. We're kicking off, opening up the portal, if you will, to small groups for the fall. Excited about that. Also, if you would love to partner with us here at Unlocked Church with your tithes and offerings, we make it really simple. You can text the number 77977 and you put the word unlock in your text and then click send. And as you do that, you'll be given a prompt to fill something out and give. You can also go to unlockedchurch.com/give to give that way. You can snail mail a check if that is how you so choose to keep track of your finances. All of your resources help us further the gospel throughout the world, digitally, globally, and locally. If you'd love to sponsor somebody, the mission should be like, I can't go, but I want to help sponsor. You can also do that in the giving, and we will give you how to do that in the next week. So pray about that. Maybe you can't go, but you can sponsor somebody to go on missions. Every season, we have people that go, I can't afford it, but I want to go. So maybe you can't go because of your schedule, but you can afford it. Maybe that's the missions that you're on, is to fund people being able to go. And so excited about the things happening here at Unlocked Church. Love you all. Holly, thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, glad
Lily,
to be here.
Bye.
Thanks for keeping the baby in for one more episode of Unlocked Church Online. We can't. What color do you think her hair's going to be?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, let's hear it. No. Mom, give us your thoughts.
Maybe like little bit of brown.
A little bit of brown?
I don't know.
I'm going like as if you have strawberry blonde. What's a strawberry brown?
I don't know.
Like what's a brownie reddish color?
Some red.
Yeah, like Auburn. That's what I feel like. It's going to be like
Auburn.
a really dark red.
Maybe.
That's what I'm picturing. Holly, what do you say?
I'm going to go no hair.
No hair. Oh, baby. Okay. We're going to find out. This is going to be great. It's going to be wonderful.
He's not had any heartburn.
For all of those that...
does that hair?
Well, that's Holly's.
Heartburn?
You know, moms, they all have their thing.
I've had a little bit of heartburn. More than I ever have in my life.
Well, yeah, then there you go. Well, yeah. You also have something that's created less room in your belly.
Yeah.
Well, again, if people are going, why would you ask about red hair? Her husband has red hair.
He has red hair, yeah.
And so, but it's
not like bright red.
Right.
But it has got red hues.
Yeah, so I think you're going to have a brown-headed daughter with hues of red that people are going to go, I would pay good money to have that hair color. That's what I think.
We're going to say never.
A little bit like how Icon's hair was. Her hair had that reddish.
Yeah, it did.
That's what I'm picturing.
So interesting.
That's how I picture her.
She's blonde.
Yeah, that happens.
Wild.
Okay, there we go.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone have a great week. We'll see you next week. Adios.